Hello friends, today we are going to solve the previous year question of the ancient history as well as the medieval history. Art and culture questions we will do later on. Okay, so this is the 10 years compilation from the Vision IS. Let us solve the previous year questions of the ancient history. So before we jump into the questions, please understand that there are basically 5 to 6 major themes from where 80 to 90% questions are coming. Okay, these are Indus Valley Civilization, then Maurya and Ashoka, then Guptas and significant places. Okay, so let us jump to the ancient history part. So the question, yes. So the very first question we have is this. It was basically from Indus Valley Civilization. The question was asked in 2017, that is, with reference to the difference between the culture of Rigvedic Aryans and Indus Valley people, which of the following statements are correct? I'm repeating again, with reference to the difference between the culture of Rigvedic Aryans and Indus Valley people, which of the following statements are correct? Rigvedic Aryans use the coat of mail and helmet in welfare warfare, whereas the people of Indus Valley civilization did not leave any evidence of using them. Okay, I don't know about this statement. Let us see the second statement. Rigvedic Aryans knew gold, silver, copper, whereas Indus Valley people knew only copper and iron. No, this is not correct. Indus Valley people knew iron and copper. This is correct because the Indus Valley, because we have a dancing girl that is recovered from Harappa, which is basically made up of copper, which is a mixture of copper and iron. So, no, sorry, dancing girl is it is made up of bronze, which is basically mixed up of copper and iron. It means that Indus Valley people were aware of the copper and iron. Okay, and also they were knowing gold, silver. Okay, why? Because gold, silver, and precious metals were the things that they were using to in their ornaments. Okay, in their jewelry. Okay, so this is incorrect. So statement number two, we know that statement number two is incorrect, so we'll eliminate option number B and option number D. Now we have option A and C left. Okay, it means we getting this question correct. We have only 50% of that. Okay, so let us see third number. Vedic Aryans had domesticated the horse, whereas there is no evidence of Indus Valley people having aware of animal. This is correct statement once again. Why? Because Vedic Aryans had domesticated horse. Okay, that is the thing. Because Vedic Aryans have come from the Central India. Sorry, Central Asia. Okay, they have come from, like, you see, this is India. Okay, and they have, let me change the pen. Okay, so they have come from Middle East. Okay, from here. Okay, from the parts of Afghanistan, they have come from this side. Okay, you can see. So from, just a minute, let me use something. Yeah, I think now it is, yeah. So they have come, like, they have entered from India into this direction. Okay, so Central Asia they have come. Okay, so since they have come from Central Asia, which is basically dominated by the desert, so they required to have what you call the horse. Okay, that is why they were knowing that horse. Okay, so that is the thing. I hope that you got my point. Okay, now, so it means that statement number three is correct. So you see, so only C is having statement number three. Though we don't know whether statement number one is correct or not, but since we have only two options left, out of which only one is carrying a statement number three as a correct. So C will be the correct answer. and UPSC has also given C as the correct answer. Okay, now see the explanation part. So what is the explanation? So they are saying that Rigvedic Aryans used the coat of mail and helmet in warfare, whereas the people of Indus Valley civilization did not leave any evidence of using them. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Various materials were used in Harappan civilization to make beds, stones like carnelian, jasper, crystal, quartz, and steatite, metals like copper, bronze, gold, and fines, and terracotta or burnt clay. Some weights were made up of two or more stones cemented together, some of stone with gold caps. The Harappan culture was ignorant. They were not aware about the iron metal, and it was mainly a bronze culture. Yeah, that is correct. So statement 2 is not correct. So statement 2 is not correct. So they are saying statement 2 is not correct. Okay. So that is the thing. Rigvedic Aryans had domesticated horse, whereas there is no evidence of Indus Valley people having aware of this animal. Rigvedic Aryans owned their success to horses and chariots along with their arms. Hence, statement 3 is correct. So this is now we have difference between the Harappan and the Vedic civilization. Okay, now let us see. So the Harappan civilization has flourished around 2600 BC to 1900 BC, whereas Vedic culture, if you see the timeline of Vedic culture, 1500 to 600 BC. Okay, and urban, it was basically Harappan civilization was basically an urban civilization, whereas Vedic civilization was a rural culture. Okay, so Harappan culture, people used to build plant houses of baked bricks, whereas in Vedic civilization they had no knowledge of urban life. Okay, so icon and nature worships were prevalent in Harappan civilization, like Harappans used to worship Pasupati, Mother Goddess, animals, snake, and nature. However, there is no evidence of temple. In the Vedic culture, they were also doing nature worshippers. Indra, Varuna, Agni were principal deities, but there is no evidence of idol worship and temple. So, temple were absent from both the culture. They were ignorant of iron and was purely copper bronze culture. I used gold and copper in beginning, but later used the iron. Okay, so that is the different. They were not aware of the horse. Okay, they great importance to horse and cow. More advanced in art of writing, though the script was pictographic and has not been deciphered yet. Unaware of writing, the Vedic culture is associated with Vedas, which were transmitted orally for centuries before being written down in Sanskrit around 500 BC. Pottery was black and red ware. Pottery was painted gray ware. Peace-loving people, arms and military equipment were primitive, warlike people knowing advanced weaponry and armor. Now the so I hope that you understand this question very well. Okay, and extra information we are also able to get that. Okay, now question number 29. So these are the some important thing which have been found from the Indus Valley civilization. One of being this dancing girl, which has been asked by UPSC in 2025 last year. Okay, that this dancing girl was made up of which metal. So it was basically bronze. Okay, so that is very um, easy question. So let us see question number 2 that was asked in 2019. Which one of the following is not a Harappan site? Which one of the following is not a Harappan site? Chanhudaro, it is Harappan site. Koddeji, it is also Harappan site. Okay. Now Desalpur, it is also a Harappan site. So the answer is Saugaura. Saugaura is not an Harappan site, but it is a kind of inscription. Okay. So let us see the explanation. So option number C is the correct answer. So Sogora is located in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. So Sogora is a area in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh, which is a copper plate inscription found here. Okay, so it is a kind of copper plate inscription that has been found. It's supposed to be from Mauryan period. Okay, this is from Mauryan period, and inscription is written in Prakrit and Brahmi script. So inscription basically has been written in Prakrit and Brahmi script. The inscription records a royal order that the grains stored in the granary should be distributed carefully. It is supposed to be suggestive of precautions taken in the times of famine. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is basically the Saugara. It is written in Prakrit and Brahmi script. Prakrit and Brahmi script. Okay, Brahmi is written from right to left. Okay, from this side to this side. Whereas Hindi Devanagari it is written from left to right, from here to here. So remember this thing, small things but yet useful. Okay, now these are the major settlement of Indus Valley. This is from NCERT, so you can see there. So you can see Kot Diji is here. Okay, Kot Diji here it is. Dholavira is here, and Desalpur also is here in just adjacent to Dholavira is Desalpur. Okay, so Desalpur is an archaeological site in Gujarat. You see, Chanhudaro is an archaeological site belonging to the Indus Valley civilization. It is south of Mohenjo-daro in Sindh, Pakistan. Okay, so now the next question that has been asked was in 2021. So question number 3 is which one of the following ancient towns is well known for its elaborate system of water harvesting? It's an elaborate system of water harvesting. Okay, so which and the management by building a series of dams and channelizing water into connected reservoir, water harvesting and water reservoir. Okay, so which town? So it was basically Dholavira. Okay, which was having a kind of a structure for the water harvesting and storing the water, and then channelizing that water uh, channelizing that water into connected reservoirs. Okay, so that is the thing. Why this has been asked? Because Dholavira received the UNESCO World Heritage status that year. Okay, that is why this question has been asked. Now let us see the explanation. So Dholavira, the southern center of the Harappan civilization, is seated on the arid island of Khadir, located within the run of Kutch in Gujarat. It was discovered in 1968 by archaeologist Jagat Pati Joshi. Not important. Unlike some of the other urban sites, cities which were divided into two parts, Dholavira was divided into three parts. Each part was surrounded by massive stone wall. Okay, Dholavira was divided into three parts, and each part was surrounded by massive stone walls with entrance through gateways. There was also a large open area in settlement where public ceremonies would be held. Other findings include large letters of the Harappan script that were carved out of the not important. At Dholavira, two seasonal streams, Manhar and Mansar, provided water, a scarce resource in the region. Not important. Let's see. See from here, large stone cut reservoirs which are extend along the eastern and southern fortification. To further access water, a few rock cut wells are evident in different parts of the country of the city. Dams were built across these to channelize their water into reservoirs. Okay, so option number A is correct. So you see, this is the remains of the water reservoir. Okay, you see here also.